Picture this. You are about to step into a crucial moment in your life. Maybe it's a presentation, a job interview, or a chance to lead. Your heart pounds, your palms sweat, and a voice in your mind whispers, "Am I really ready for this?" But what if, instead of doubting yourself, you chose to act as if you were already the best? What if you embraced the mindset that your future success depends not on perfection, but on the courage to take bold action? As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This strength doesn't come from seeking validation or proving yourself to others. It comes from mastering your thoughts and believing in your ability to grow. Stoic philosophy teaches us that confidence is not arrogance, but a steady assurance rooted in self-awareness and purpose. Acting like you are already the best is not about pretending, it's about stepping into your potential and living with intention. So, ask yourself, what would your life look like if you started acting as the best version of yourself today? Let's explore how Stoic wisdom can guide you to transform self-doubt into meaningful action and unlock the confidence you already have within. Welcome to the Stoic philosophical community. Let's dive in. 1. Master your mind, not your circumstances. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Epictetus. This profound truth sheds light on something we often fail to recognize. Most of the limits we face are not external but internal. They are not imposed by the world around us, but are born from the beliefs, fears, and doubts we carry within. Over the years, our minds become shaped by patterns, some helpful, others harmful, that hold us back from realizing our true potential. But here's the empowering part. Those limits don't have to define you. At any moment, including right now, you have the power to change how you think and feel about yourself. And in doing so, you can overcome the barriers you've unknowingly built. Think about times in your own life when self-doubt crept in. Maybe it was a job interview, a big presentation, or even something simple like trying a new hobby. A voice in your head might have whispered, "You're not good enough," or "What if you fail?" These thoughts, though they feel real, are nothing more than illusions created by fear. Let me share a modern story with you. A young woman named Sarah had always dreamt of running a marathon, but she was convinced that she wasn't athletic enough. Every time she saw others running, she thought, "They're built for this, not me." One day, a friend challenged her to simply run 1 mile. Nervously, she agreed. That 1 mile turned into 2, then 5, and eventually, she crossed the finish line of her first marathon. What changed? It wasn't her physical ability, it was her belief that she could do it. Sarah's story is a reminder that the limits we perceive are often just stories we tell ourselves. So, how do you begin to break free from these self-imposed limits? It starts with understanding that you don't have to be the best at anything to be worthy. You don't need to be the fastest runner, the most talented artist, or the most successful entrepreneur. What matters is how you see yourself and how you choose to act on that belief. For example, think about a child learning to swim. At first, they're terrified of the water, convinced they'll sink. But with encouragement and a bit of trust, they relax and discover the water's buoyancy. The moment they realize they can float, their entire perspective changes. They begin to swim farther than they ever thought possible. That transformation didn't come from mastering swimming overnight. It came from a shift in belief. Our limits are not walls. They are mirrors reflecting our internal environment. They show us the fears, doubts, and insecurities we carry. When you start to change what's inside, your mindset, your emotions, and your energy, those limits begin to dissolve. You start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You begin to realize that the only thing standing between you and your goals is the belief that you can't achieve them. But here's the truth: you can. Of course, this process isn't always easy. There will be moments when fear feels overwhelming. You might even feel tempted to quit. But as Seneca wisely said, our greatest fears are not real problems, but the imagined insecurities surrounding them. Fear is a natural part of growth, but it doesn't have to control you. Every time you take action despite fear, you weaken its grip on you. You begin to see that the limits you once thought were so real are nothing more than illusions. The beauty of this realization is that you don't need to do anything extraordinary to prove your worth. Acting as though you are the best version of yourself doesn't mean you need to be perfect or superhuman. It means showing up every day with confidence, standing tall in the face of challenges, and refusing to let negative thoughts dictate your actions. It's about believing in your abilities, even when doubt tries to creep in, and understanding that your value is not tied to anyone else's standards. So, what does this look like in your daily life? It's choosing to speak up in that meeting, even if your voice shakes. It's signing up for that class you've always wanted to take, even if you're the oldest or least experienced person there. It's saying yes to opportunities that scare you, because you know they'll help you grow. When you change your mindset, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you transform your reality. Now, let me ask you, what limits have you been placing on yourself? What stories have you been telling yourself about what you can or cannot do? And most importantly, what would happen if you chose, right now, to believe in your ability to succeed? The lesson here is simple but powerful. Your limits are not set in stone. They are flexible, changeable, and often self-imposed. The power to overcome them doesn't come from external forces. It comes from within you. By choosing positive beliefs over self-imposed limitations, you open the door to a world of possibilities. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. Start today. Take one small step toward the life you want, and act as if you are already the person you aspire to be. Because, in your own world, you absolutely can be. 2. Act like the best version of yourself. It is undeniable that the way you think and act has the power to completely transform your life. When you act like the best version of yourself, you don't just inspire your own growth, you create a ripple effect of positive energy that influences everyone around you. Acting like the best doesn't mean arrogance or pretending to be perfect. It's about sending a powerful message to yourself. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. This mindset changes everything: the way you communicate, how you approach challenges, and even how you solve problems. When you carry confidence within you, it becomes a magnet for success, even in the most difficult situations. Think about it. How often have you doubted yourself before even trying? What if, instead, you decided to act with the belief that you are capable of greatness? Take the story of Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Early in his life, he faced a crushing setback when he was cut from his high school basketball team for not being skilled enough. Most people would have given up, but not Jordan. Instead of letting that failure define him, he chose to act like a champion in his mind. He practiced relentlessly, pouring every ounce of his energy into becoming better. Every time he stepped onto the court, he carried himself with the confidence and determination of someone who believed he was the best. That belief didn't just push him to improve, it transformed him into a legend who changed the history of basketball forever. His story is proof that believing in yourself and acting with confidence is the key to unlocking success. But acting like the best isn't about competing with others or proving your worth to the world. It's about recognizing your own unique value, the kind of value that no one else can replicate. When you believe in your potential, you begin to see opportunities where others only see obstacles. That belief becomes the foundation for personal growth, pushing you to overcome limits you once thought were impossible. Success isn't about showing others how great you are, it's about proving to yourself that you can rise above any challenge. So, the next time you're faced with a difficult situation, pause and ask yourself, why do I believe I can't do this? When you challenge that thought and replace it with confidence, you'll find new paths opening before you. Acting like the best transforms not only how you approach your work, but also how you view life itself. You stop running from challenges because you see them as opportunities to prove your worth. Confidence doesn't mean living without fear. It means learning to face that fear and push through it to achieve your goals. This principle doesn't just apply to your career, it applies to every aspect of life. A true leader, for example, isn't someone who commands through authority or force. A strong leader is someone who acts with calmness, self-assurance, and belief in their vision, inspiring others to follow willingly. By acting like the best, you radiate that belief, and people around you begin to feel your inner strength. Let's bring this idea closer to daily life. Think about a time when you hesitated to take a step forward, perhaps at work, in a relationship, or even in pursuing a personal goal. What held you back? Was it fear of failure or the belief that you weren't good enough? Now, imagine flipping that mindset. What if you approached that situation with the confidence of someone who believed they were capable of handling it? For example, consider a young entrepreneur launching their first business. The fear of failure is real, but instead of letting it paralyze them, they choose to act like the best version of themselves. They walk into meetings with confidence, speak with conviction, and tackle problems with determination. Even if they stumble along the way, their belief in their ability to succeed keeps them moving forward. That's the power of acting like the best. It doesn't mean you'll never fail, but it ensures you'll never stop trying. Of course, life isn't always smooth sailing. There will be moments when failure feels overwhelming and self-doubt creeps in. But here's the thing, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone toward it. The question is, can you see failure as an opportunity to grow? When you act like the best, you don't let setbacks define you. Instead, you use them as lessons to become even stronger. As the saying goes, confidence is not the absence of fear, it is the ability to act in spite of it. Each time you face a challenge or a failure, you have a choice. Let it hold you back, or let it push you forward. So, how can you start acting like the best version of yourself today? Begin by changing the way you talk to yourself. Replace thoughts like, "I can't do this," with, "I am capable of figuring this out." Stand tall, speak with confidence, and approach every situation as if success is within your reach. When you believe in yourself, others will start to believe in you too. Remember, acting like the best isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up every day with the courage to try, the resilience to keep going, and the confidence to know that you are enough. The lesson here is simple. Your mindset shapes your reality. When you act like the best, you unlock a version of yourself that is bold, capable, and ready to take on the world. So, the next time you face a challenge, don't ask yourself if you're good enough. Instead, ask yourself, what would the best version of me do right now? Because the truth is, you already have everything you need to succeed. You just need to believe it. And in doing so, you'll inspire not only yourself, but everyone around you to rise to their own potential. 3. Turn failure into growth opportunities. Failure often feels heavy, doesn't it? It can make you doubt your abilities, question your worth, and even wonder if you're capable of achieving your dreams. But what if failure wasn't the end of the road? What if, instead, it was the exact moment where growth begins? Failure, when viewed through the right lens, is not a dead end. It's a turning point, a chance to rebuild confidence, learn valuable lessons, and unlock the best version of yourself. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is where self-belief becomes your most powerful tool. When you choose to act as though you are capable, as though you are the best version of yourself, your mind begins to align with that belief. This isn't arrogance or wishful thinking. It's about creating a positive cycle where you dare to dream bigger, notice opportunities others miss, and rise above criticism. Think about this. Are you someone who loves dancing? Picture yourself stepping into a dance class for the very first time. You look around and see people who move with grace and confidence, while you feel clumsy and out of place. It's easy to think, "I'll never be as good as them." But if you tell yourself, "I can learn this," something shifts. That belief pushes you to keep trying, step by step, until one day you realize you're dancing with the same grace you once envied. That initial feeling of failure wasn't a barrier. It was the motivation you needed to grow. This simple example highlights a universal truth. Failure doesn't define your worth. It's how you respond to it that shapes your future. You have a unique potential that no one else possesses, and comparing yourself to others only distracts you from developing into your best self. So, let me ask you, the next time you face failure, will you stop and ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I use this to become stronger? These questions shift your focus from what went wrong to what can go right. Take the story of Thomas Edison, for example. The man who invented the light bulb failed thousands of times before achieving success. "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each failure brought him closer to his goal, and his mindset became a source of inspiration for millions of people. Edison's story reminds us that failure is only permanent if we stop learning from it. One of the most effective ways to transform failure into growth is by adopting a learning mindset. This means seeing every setback as an opportunity to improve your skills, expand your knowledge, and prepare for future challenges. Here's a relatable example. Imagine you sign up for a 5 kilometers running race. You train hard, but on race day, you don't finish within your desired time, or worse, you don't finish at all. It's disappointing, sure, but what if you used that experience to analyze what went wrong? Maybe you need to adjust your training plan, improve your nutrition, or focus on pacing yourself better. Instead of letting the experience discourage you, you come back stronger for the next race. That's how failure becomes a springboard for success, not by avoiding it, but by learning from it. This process doesn't happen overnight, Transforming failure into growth requires consistent effort to shift your mindset and manage your emotions. Negative thoughts will creep in, but when they do, replace them with positive affirmations like, "I can overcome this challenge," or "Today's failure is tomorrow's lesson." These small yet powerful statements help reframe your perspective and build resilience. For example, when you feel disheartened after missing a goal, remind yourself daily, "I am becoming better than I was yesterday." These affirmations not only lift your spirits, but also change the way you respond to setbacks, making it easier to move forward with confidence. Failure is an unavoidable part of the journey toward achieving your goals. It's not something to fear or avoid, but something to embrace as a necessary step in your growth. When you change your perspective, failure stops being an endpoint and becomes a stepping stone to greater opportunities. With self-belief, a learning mindset, and the persistent practice of positive thinking, you can turn every failure into a launchpad for success. So, the next time you stumble, take action as if you are already the best version of yourself. Keep believing in your ability to grow, because the future you're working toward depends on the lessons you're learning today. Failure isn't the end, it's the beginning of something better. 4. The power of positive beliefs for health. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to radiate energy and optimism, even when life throws its toughest challenges at them? Is it because they're special, or is it because they've tapped into the power of positive belief? The truth is, the way you think about yourself and your life doesn't just shape your mindset, it profoundly impacts your health, your actions, and the person you become. Positive belief is not just about thinking happy thoughts, it's about aligning your mind and actions with the idea that you are capable of achieving your goals and living as your best self. This isn't arrogance. It's a powerful method to shift your mindset, improve your well-being, and unlock your true potential. Think of failure as an inevitable part of life. It's not a reflection of your worth, but a stepping stone to growth. A track athlete once said, "I failed 99 times, but on the 100th attempt, I succeeded." What if they had stopped at the 99th attempt? Failure doesn't define you, it teaches you. When you embrace failure as a lesson rather than a setback, you stop fearing it and start seeing it as an opportunity to improve. Let me ask you this: how do you respond to failure? Do you let it hold you back, or do you use it as fuel to move forward? The key lies in your belief in yourself. Self-confidence doesn't come from others' opinions or external validation, it comes from within. When you act as though you are the best, you're telling yourself, "I deserve to succeed." This mindset keeps you focused on your path and prevents you from being sidetracked by the opinions of others. Remember, your worth isn't defined by what others think of you. Let's consider the story of someone who once feared public speaking. They used to shake at the thought of standing in front of an audience, convinced they weren't good enough. But one day, they decided to practice with a new mindset. "I'm the only one who can tell this story." With time and persistence, they overcame their fear and went on to inspire hundreds of people with their words. This transformation didn't happen because they suddenly became more talented overnight. It happened because they chose to believe in themselves. Positive belief isn't just about changing how you think, it's about driving action. When you believe you are your best self, you naturally start taking care of your health, not just to look good, but to feel good and maintain the energy and spirit needed to live fully. You begin to make choices that support this belief, like eating nutritious foods, exercising regularly, getting enough sleep, and managing stress effectively. Science backs this up. Research shows that positive thinking doesn't just improve mental health, it also boosts physical health. When you act with positive belief, your body releases feel-good hormones like endorphins and serotonin, which reduce stress and increase happiness. For example, one individual who struggled with anxiety shared how practicing meditation and focusing on positive thoughts gradually helped them reduce their dependence on medication, improve their overall health, and find balance in their life. This is the power of positive belief in action. It creates a ripple effect that benefits both your mind and body. Another crucial aspect of positive belief is learning to take action without waiting for permission from others. How often do you find yourself blaming circumstances or procrastinating because you're waiting for the right time? When you stop making excuses and start taking responsibility for your actions, you gain a sense of autonomy and control over your life. This doesn't just make you more productive, it gives you a deep sense of freedom and inner strength. Positive belief also helps you move away from negative competition. Instead of comparing yourself to others or feeling the need to outdo them, you'll find yourself collaborating and building meaningful relationships based on mutual respect. When you believe in your own value, something amazing happens. You start to see the value in others too. This creates a ripple effect of positivity that not only uplifts you, but also inspires those around you. So, let me ask you, how can you start cultivating positive beliefs in your life today? What small changes can you make to align your thoughts and actions with the person you want to become? The lesson here is simple yet profound. Your beliefs shape your reality. When you believe in yourself and act in alignment with that belief, you open the door to better health, stronger relationships, and a more fulfilling life. Positive belief is not just a mindset, it's a way of living that transforms every aspect of who you are. Start today by telling yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, and I am becoming the best version of myself. Because the truth is, you already have everything you need to succeed. It's just waiting for you to believe it. 5. Trust is the key to recovery and growth. Trust is like a golden key that unlocks the doors to recovery and growth. But this trust isn't just about faith in something external, it's about believing in yourself, in the future you want to create, and in the values you stand for. When you trust yourself, you give yourself the chance to overcome fear and step into a stronger, better version of who you are. It all begins with your thoughts, because your thoughts shape your actions. When you consistently nurture positive thinking, those thoughts become habits, and habits shape your reality. Simple affirmations like, I am good enough and I deserve good things, are not just words, they are promises you make to yourself. With time, confidence grows, and you'll find your actions aligning with the new image of who you believe you are. Think about this. If you trust that you are a capable leader, you'll naturally act with calmness, decisiveness, and reliability. These behaviors aren't about pretending to be someone you're not. They're about affirming the abilities you already possess. The first step toward growth is daring to confront the areas of your life where fear holds you back. Maybe it's a promotion you've been too hesitant to pursue, a business idea you've been afraid to start, or a relationship you've avoided investing in because you're scared of being hurt. These fears aren't roadblocks. They are opportunities for transformation. Ask yourself, if I truly believed in my abilities, how would I act right now? The answer to that question can change everything. Consider the story of Tom Bilyeu, the founder of Quest Nutrition and Impact Theory. He once struggled with depression and felt stuck in a career that offered no fulfillment. But one day, he made a choice. Instead of seeing himself as a victim of his circumstances, he decided to act as though he already had the skills and confidence to succeed. He invested his time in learning, began communicating like the CEO he aspired to be, and built his confidence step by step. His actions didn't just change his mindset, they transformed his life. Tom went on to create a billion-dollar brand and inspire millions of people worldwide. His story is proof that miracles happen when you choose to act from a place of trust and confidence in yourself. This isn't about faking it till you make it. It's about recognizing that you already have the potential within you. Picture yourself walking into an important meeting not with hesitation or doubt, but with the poise and confidence of someone who has mastered the situation. Your calm eyes, steady voice, and assertive presence send a powerful message to your subconscious. This is who I am, and this is what I'm capable of. When you act with confidence, you stop shying away from challenges. Instead, you face them head-on, knowing that even your weaknesses can be transformed into stepping stones for growth. Confidence is not arrogance. It's the quiet assurance that you are capable of moving forward, no matter what obstacles appear in your path. As you begin to trust yourself, you'll notice that the world around you starts to change too. The energy and positivity you bring will attract new opportunities, support, and respect from others. People will see not just what you do, but also the energy you radiate. This is the true power of self-belief. It's contagious. Have you ever wondered how your life would change if you started acting as the best version of yourself today? What opportunities would you seize? What fears would you leave behind? The truth is, you don't have to wait for the perfect moment. You don't need anyone's permission to start. Trust in yourself. Take that first step and let your actions speak louder than your doubts. As you do, you'll discover that recovery and growth aren't distant goals. They're a natural result of believing in who you are and who you can become. 6. Be true to yourself. Walking into a room full of strangers can feel overwhelming. But what if you carried a quiet confidence, not because you thought you were better than anyone else, but because you truly understood your own worth? Believing in your intrinsic value is the foundation for living authentically. It's what allows you to act as the best version of yourself and build meaningful, positive relationships. Living authentically doesn't mean striving for perfection or pretending to have it all figured out. Instead, it's about being honest with yourself, embracing both your strengths and weaknesses, and staying open to growth and learning. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful reminder teaches us that the real value lies in how we control our thoughts and reactions, not in external circumstances or comparisons to others. Take the story of Howard Schultz, the CEO of Starbucks, for example. Born into a poor working-class family in Brooklyn, Howard didn't let his circumstances define him. He didn't pretend to be someone he wasn't, or let his lack of wealth hold him back. Instead, he believed in his ability to learn, grow, and build something meaningful from the ground up. By staying true to himself, Howard mastered the art of communication and focused on understanding the needs of those around him. This authenticity allowed him to not only grow Starbucks into a global brand, but also inspire thousands of employees worldwide. His journey shows us that when you believe in your own worth and live authentically, you can achieve incredible things. Living as the best version of yourself begins with taking care of both your inner and outer well-being. It's not just about looking good or maintaining physical health. It's about finding emotional balance and cultivating a sense of inner peace. Practices like meditation can help calm your mind, while regular exercise boosts your energy and confidence. Taking time to connect with nature can also ground you and remind you of the bigger picture. When you love and care for yourself, this positive energy naturally radiates outward, drawing like-minded people into your life. But let's be honest, not every relationship will be perfect, and that's okay. What matters most is that you approach others with self-respect, empathy, and sincerity. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, am I living as my true self, or am I trying to meet someone else's expectations? This question can be a powerful tool for self-reflection. When you let go of the need to compare yourself to others or seek constant validation, you create space to focus on what truly matters, your own growth and happiness. Building authentic relationships starts with being authentic yourself. People are drawn to those who are genuine because sincerity fosters trust and mutual respect. Instead of competing or comparing, you'll find yourself collaborating and connecting on a deeper level. The lesson here is simple yet profound. Being true to yourself is the key to living a fulfilling life. When you embrace your unique qualities, care for your well-being, and approach others with kindness, you create a ripple effect of positivity that not only benefits you, but also inspires those around you. So, the next time you walk into a room full of strangers, remind yourself of your worth. You don't need to be anyone but yourself, and that is more than enough. By living authentically, you'll not only find strength within, but also build relationships and a life that aligns with who you truly are. 7. Build positive relationships. Building positive relationships isn't just about personal success. It's about inspiring others and creating a foundation of trust, collaboration, and mutual respect. True greatness is not achieved in isolation, but through the connections we nurture, the values we uphold, and the impact we leave on those around us. When you act with genuine confidence, you radiate warmth and generosity, fostering an environment where trust and growth thrive. By lifting others up, you not only empower them, but also strengthen your own influence as a leader. Think of the relationships in your life. Are they built on authenticity and mutual respect, or are they shaped by competition and superficiality? The quality of the connections you build often determines the quality of your success. Let's take the story of a young entrepreneur stepping into their first major business negotiation. Nervous but determined, they remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This becomes their guiding principle as they approach the meeting with genuine curiosity and respect, rather than judgment or dominance. Instead of trying to control the conversation, they listen attentively, empathize with concerns, and propose solutions that benefit everyone involved. What could have been a tense, adversarial meeting transforms into an opportunity for collaboration, earning the trust and admiration of even the most skeptical participants. The deal is sealed, not because they demanded respect, but because they earned it through sincerity and thoughtful action. A similar principle can be seen in the story of Alex, a young leader in the tech industry. When Alex was appointed as the director of a struggling startup, he faced a skeptical team and a competitive market. Instead of asserting authority or trying to prove himself, Alex chose to listen. He took the time to understand the challenges his team faced, encouraged everyone to share ideas, and made sure even the quietest voices were heard. During a critical meeting, when an employee proposed a strategy that others resisted, Alex didn't dismiss it. Instead, he asked, "How can we refine this idea to align better with our goals?" This simple question preserved the employee's confidence and sparked a wave of creativity and collaboration within the team. 6 months later, the company not only overcame its crisis, but also achieved remarkable milestones, all because Alex prioritized building trust and fostering positive relationships. His approach demonstrated that leadership isn't about power, it's about creating a space where others feel valued, respected, and inspired to contribute. Stoic philosophy reminds us that external validation is fleeting, but the relationships we nurture endure. Surrounding yourself with people who challenge you to grow while offering encouragement is one of the most powerful ways to achieve lasting success. It's not about surrounding yourself with yes men or seeking constant approval, but about cultivating connections that push you to be better while reciprocating that same energy. Ask yourself, are you leading with authenticity? Do your actions reflect the values you want to see in others? These questions are essential because the answers often determine the strength of the relationships you build and the influence you wield. Building positive relationships also requires a forward-thinking mindset. When you combine self-belief with a willingness to innovate, you create endless possibilities for growth. Think about the potential of acting as if you are the best, not in an arrogant way, but in a way that propels you to think beyond limits and redefine success. How can you embrace change with courage and channel your inner strength into creativity? The answer lies in living authentically, a perspective that turns challenges into opportunities and helps you navigate uncharted territories with confidence. The lesson is clear. Meaningful relationships are the foundation of both personal and professional growth. By leading with authenticity, listening with empathy, and inspiring others through your actions, you create a ripple effect that uplifts everyone around you. Greatness is not about standing above others, but about walking alongside them, building a community of trust, respect, and shared success. So, the next time you find yourself in a situation where you can either dominate or collaborate, choose collaboration. Choose to inspire. Choose to build positive relationships that will not only help you grow, but also leave a lasting impact on the people around you. 8. Best version thinking. Living with the mindset of being your best self isn't about arrogance or pretending to be perfect. It's about showing up every day as the best version of who you are. It's a commitment to yourself, a way to approach each day with purpose and determination. Picture this. Every morning, you stand in front of the mirror and ask yourself, if today were my only chance to prove myself, how would I do it? This question isn't just a motivator, it's a reminder that the perfect time to act isn't tomorrow or next week, but right now. This mindset encourages you to seize the present moment with courage, focus, and intention. Think about an athlete preparing for a major competition. They don't just train to push their physical limits. They show up with the spirit of a champion, fully prepared to give their all. Regardless of whether they win or lose, their focus remains on what they can control, their preparation, effort, and attitude. This is the essence of best version thinking. It's not about the outcome, but about how you show up and inspire others along the way. This mindset also teaches you how to face criticism with grace. When you see yourself as your best self, you become less vulnerable to negativity. Instead of being shaken by unkind remarks, you learn to separate constructive feedback from malicious criticism. You begin to see criticism not as a threat, but as an opportunity to grow. Ask yourself, how do you respond when someone critiques you? Do you let it tear you down, or do you use it as a tool to refine and improve? When you embrace this mindset, you'll find that living as your best self naturally attracts positive relationships and environments. Your energy will inspire others, and people who share your ideals will gravitate toward you, forming a supportive network that uplifts everyone involved. Believing in your self-worth also leads to healthier choices for your body and mind. When you truly value yourself, you prioritize actions that reflect that worth. You start exercising not just to look good, but to feel strong and energized. You eat balanced meals, not out of obligation, but because you understand the importance of nourishing your body. You prioritize sleep because you know that rest is essential for your growth and well-being. These habits aren't just about physical health. They're about showing yourself the care and respect you deserve. This mindset also changes how you perceive failure. Instead of fearing it, you begin to see failure as a necessary part of growth. Every setback becomes a stepping stone to greater achievements. Think of it this way: failure isn't the end of the road. It's a detour that teaches you something valuable. How would your life change if you stopped fearing failure and started embracing it as an opportunity to learn? By living with the mindset of being your best self, you transform challenges into opportunities and obstacles into lessons. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela. He faced unimaginable hardships, yet he carried himself with confidence, dignity, and perseverance. His mindset didn't just bring freedom to South Africa, it left a legacy of peace, forgiveness, and hope for the entire world. Mandela's life reminds us that living as your best self isn't just about personal success. It's about creating a positive impact on the people and communities around you. Your legacy doesn't have to be monumental or world-changing. It could be as simple as inspiring your family, supporting your friends, or making a difference in your community. The mindset of acting as if you are the best is more than just a tool for personal growth. It's a way of life. It helps you maintain self-respect, embrace criticism, and keep moving forward even when faced with challenges. It's the key to building fulfilling relationships, achieving sustainable health, and creating long-term success. When you believe in your future and commit to being your best self, you don't just live, you leave a meaningful mark on the world. So, ask yourself, what would your life look like if you started thinking and acting like your best self today? The answer might just transform everything. As we wrap up this video, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've explored together. Acting as if you are the best version of yourself is not about arrogance or perfection. It's about cultivating confidence through your mindset, actions, and self-respect. Stoic philosophy reminds us to focus on what we can control, to trust in our ability to grow, and to face challenges with courage and emotional balance. By applying these principles, you can transform your daily life, build meaningful relationships, and move closer to the success and happiness you deserve. Now, I want to hear from you. If you started living as your best self today, what changes would you make? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's inspire each other. Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who might need this encouragement, and subscribe to Stoic Philosophical Community for more content like this. Hit the bell icon so you'll never miss an update. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video as we continue our journey to confidence and inner strength.